What's going on, everyone? My name is Matt and welcome to day 18 of Vlogmas. And you know what that means? We're only 1 week away from the big day. And that's actually kind of scary. For a lot of people, that is pretty freaky because a lot of us haven't bought all of our presents yet. Me included. I'm still getting there, waiting on some deliveries and things like that. But the rush to get ready for Christmas is certainly not the biggest fear that I have. So today I thought I'd talk through with you some of my biggest fears. As always, it would be awesome if you could leave me a comment in the comment section below, in this case telling me your biggest fears, and maybe you have the same fears that I do. So let's go. My biggest fear, like my biggest fear ever, is flying in a plane. Now, it's not really the actual flying. I enjoy taking off, I enjoy landing, and I actually enjoy being on the plane. What scares me is the thought of crashing and then the high chance of death if that does happen. And obviously when you're scared about something, you don't necessarily think rationally, so there have been a few times on a plane where I thought, wow, this is it, I'm going to die. One example is on a flight back a couple of years ago from Tenerife. I thought that the plane was going to crash because I heard this beeping sound. Now, as a plane is a machine, there's gonna be beeping. Beeping happens in machines because that's just normal, but I was sat right by the wing and I thought that there was something in the wing that was beeping, perhaps a bomb or something like that. Dare I say that word, talking about planes? That's also like an unwritten rule because you don't want to mention the B word on a plane, especially if you don't want to be tackled by security, because as soon as you do, they are on it. Not that I've had any personal experience with that, but yeah, I'm sure that happens. And then there's also little things about plane rides that increase my fear of crashing. Like, for example, on the flight back from Tenerife earlier this year, we almost crash landed. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Let me tell you what happened. So as we were coming into land at Bournemouth Airport, I thought to myself, we're getting really close to the ground now, and we're not really slowing down at all. So on a plane, you normally, when you come into land, you want to go down, then kind of glide, touch down, and there you go, then slow down. But instead of a nice curve like this, we basically did this, and then landed and kept going, which was so scary. As we were getting closer and closer to the ground, I was like, shouldn't we be leveling off at this point? And then boom! Massive hit, and we're on the ground. Everyone in the plane screamed, but luckily we managed to slow down in time, because as we landed, it then felt like we were going too fast for our own brakes. All of the weight was shifted to the front of the plane, and we were all like waiting and hoping that the plane would stop in time. And it did, but it was still scary. And then the air hostess decides to say over the tannoy, as you can probably see, we've landed at Bournemouth. And then everyone laughed because, you know, everyone kind of laughs when they think they're just about to die. But for someone like me who has that inner fear every single time they fly, it's not a massive fear. I don't freak out and cry when I get on a plane. It's just in the back of my mind thinking, wow, this could be it. And naturally, every time I go on a flight, I think, if this is it for my life, would I be happy? And the answer would always be no, because there's so much stuff that I've got to do. Now, I'm not actually scared of that many things, and the only other thing that I can really think of for this video is bees. Bees and wasps. I really, really hate them. If they made no noise, like no buzzing or anything like that, then I would be totally fine because I wouldn't know they were there. But the buzzing right around your ear to me is just the threat of getting stung. I've been stung by both a bee and a wasp, and that probably doesn't help towards my fear. When I was about 5 years old, I think, I got stung by a bee right on the back. I was by a swimming pool and then a bee just decided to land there and sting me. I don't actually remember how it felt because it was so long ago, but I do remember people catering to my needs after the incident. But then a few years later, I actually got stung by a wasp 5 times around the ankle. Apparently, I'd accidentally stepped on an underground wasp nest. I looked down and there was a wasp on my ankle. I managed to flick it away, but then the pain ensued. And it actually hurt so much that I couldn't walk, which, to be fair, did get me out of helping someone move house later that day because we were supposed to go and do that, but I was not well enough, not fit to do that. So I guess that was a plus. But now, every time I hear that buzzing, I just freak out. Everyone else around me is just like, ugh, get away. But I'm afraid that it's gonna just hurt me, you know? And I bet if I got stung now, it probably wouldn't even hurt that much. Like, when I was younger, getting stung by a stinging nettle was agonizing pain, but now it just kind of feels a bit uncomfortable. So maybe it actually wouldn't hurt if I got stung, but the fear is always there, probably because it doesn't often happen, so it's kind of more the thought of getting stung. But that does it for this video. It's a little bit of a shorter one, more of a vlog style video again, because as you can see by the last few videos, I put a lot of effort into them, and they're quite a bit longer than ones like this. So I had to just sit down, relax, and chill with you guys, which I really like. So that does it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to smack that like button, and as always, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys! I just kind of realised that both of my main fears are to do with flying things. Maybe I just don't like that.